Indrajit, you have taken up a career of aviation, yes, and it's so different. You have done PCM in your 11th and 12th standard, and
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, and you have gone for pilot training. So, how, I mean, you have to educate me regarding everything from A to Z. Yeah.
Okay, so from childhood, I had a dream like either I have to be a aviation like aeronautical engineer or a pilot or a automobile engineer. But then I was a bit confused with all this thing. Then from as everyone uh,
Is,
says go
yeah,
through,
yeah.
like कि उनके हर एक क्योंकि 11th and 12th में they change their stream and they like get on a stream like they really want to pursue. So same happened with me. I was at 11th standard. Then I had a feeling that I want to become a pilot, like coldly in aviation. So I started all the research and everything, that how to become a pilot, how should I go, what are the eligibility criteria, what are the jobs after it. Like I have to think of the future also. So then I told my parents, luckily they were happy and they agreed. They both agreed to send me to in this aviation field. So that's how I got into here in first place.
Okay. And how does
And
admission happen? You have to educate me regarding if someone is interested in getting a pilot training, how does
yeah,
it start?
so for aviation, like any person who is just 10 plus 2 right now, he or she has to take up maths and physics and chemistry as their core subject in 12th or equivalent. Then they have to get there's a cutoff for every FTOs. Like some of them ask for 50%, some of them ask for 75%, some of them have 80%. And luckily I got through the cutoff. Then each and every FTOs, they conduct a entrance exam. In that they basically see your personality, if you're fit to fly, like you have the mental health to fly, and then your medicals. And then there are training numbers of n numbers of medical exams and tests and all. Then once we are into a flight training organization, FTO, then in that FTO they will give us a ground classes, like all the theoretical knowledge regarding flying, that how the aircraft operates, what are the things that we should keep in mind, what are the rules and regulations in skies, what are the technical aspects of an aircraft, how to navigate in air, what are the emergency procedures. They all teach us everything in 6 months. Then after that, there's a in India it's called DGCA, Directorate General of Civil Aviation. It's the body which regulates all the aviation activities for civil aviation especially,
Okay.
not for military purpose. Then they conduct an exam. There are total 5 subjects under DGCA, which is regulations, which is basically what are the air laws and everything. Then there's navigation, like how do we navigate a aircraft from one point to another, A to B. Then there's a technical general, like what are the technical aspects of an aircraft, how it functions. Then there's a technical specific, which we have to give for a particular aircraft. And then there is meteorology, which is basically a study of weather, that which are the flying favor weather and what are the weathers we can't go into. Then the minimum percentage to pass this aircraft this exams are 70%. Like out of 100 you have to get 70, then you will clear the exams. Then there's one more exam which is conducted by Ministry of Telecommunication. That's RTR. So basically that's the license which are given to us to operate the radio thing apparatus in aircraft, that how do we contact ATC ground and everything. Then after we cleared these exams, we are now eligible to go for flying. So now I'm here at my hostel flying aircraft, single engine aircraft.
Oh,
So
it seems so weird that probably you will be my flight
yes,
flight officer
someday
one
hopefully,
day in my, yeah, in our aircraft.
hopefully I
Oh,
see
nice.
the passengers list and there is my chemistry ma'am there sitting.
It sounds so interesting. So how long is this course? When will you finish this
So
training?
the thing is, the course is not exactly of a particular duration. It depends on each and every person. Different, like if you have your subjects cleared before you come for flying, then your flying time will be shortened. Like your flying will be done very fast, quickly. And if you are clearing your subjects like simultaneously with flying, then it will take a long time. But roughly it's about year and a half process. For flying, there is no certain time. You have to fly for 200 hours. There is no duration for the course. They are all estimates like 8 to 10 months, 12, 10 to 12 months. But you have to fly for 200 hours. That's the requirement for getting a CPL, commercial pilot license, in
Oh,
India.
okay,
And there are bifurcations for 200 hours that you have to fly like this in night, in day, and all.
okay.
So there are different paths. Okay. So after you get a CPL, you are eligible for a airline job.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. For that also you require an interview or something?
Yeah, exactly. The for airline job there are four-step process. First, there is a written. From that, the person who scores the most from like say from top 100 or top 500, they are selected for the second round. Second round is basically a psychometry test in which the airlines is how well you are mentally, like if you're mentally fit for becoming a pilot and carrying 200 lives and 300 souls in your back, and how are your motor and skills, like how good are you with your hands and
Reflexes.
motor and coordination
Oh,
reflexes, you can say. And then there's a group discussion, like if you are fit for working as a team in a cockpit, are you much of an egoistic person, or you are like a person who works in a team. So they check that, and then there is a interview. By that time the person is sitting in front of you, the captain and the HR and the doctor in an interview panel. They know mostly 99% of yourself, and then you get a job.
okay. So how long have you been doing this training stuff?
So from day one until today, it's been my roughly say 1.5 like years I've been
Oh,
through.
okay. And how
So
many
it's
years?
towards my end.
Okay. And how many years will you think to become a flyer of an
From today,
international
I am
aviation?
expecting
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm expecting more 3 to 4 months for completing my license, doing all
Wow.
the checks. So
That means in 2 years you get a job.
exactly, like
Oh,
yes.
okay. And is a
So
medical,
within,
yeah,
yeah,
in 2 years you get a job. Wow.
yes,
That is the fastest way to get a job after your 12.
obviously. But yeah, but also like my as my parents suggested to do a graduation by side, so I'm doing BSc aviation at the same time.
Okay. Okay. BSc in what?
So BSc in aviation only.
Okay.
Like it
BSc.
is a degree course
Oh,
which is
nice.
offered by Mumbai University.
Oh,
You can do it at the same time.
oh,
It helps for your future.
okay. 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 So where are you
Yeah,
stationed at present?
right now I'm in Haryana.
Okay. And
My
are
base
you
is at
doing?
Haryana.
Oh, okay. Okay. And how do you do that course in Mumbai, BSc Aviation? How are you doing it? Online?
Uh, no, not online. Base aviation in Mumbai is basically meant for pilots or those persons who are doing CPL. There is no as such attendance required. There is no such classes required. It's basically what you study for a DGC exam. You have to give it theory. You have to write it in whole for 10 marks and serve a full paragraph and points.
Oh,
So as it is a BSc exam, so 3 years, six
yes.
semesters, you have
Yes.
to clear the 6 semesters. And for that, there's a catch. For BSc Aviation certificate, you need to have a CPL license. Otherwise, the degree won't be issued to you. Okay. And if you already hold a CPL license, then you can just directly join the second year of the aviation. So that's about it.
Okay. And what about the medical? Is it tough or
Medical depends on person. Like if a person has a bad lifestyle, like if he's into bad habits and all, then it might be a tough thing. If the person is a like a fit guy, he just
Hmm,
takes care of his lifestyle, he eats healthy food, then it's not an issue. Medical is basically you should be having all your CBCs in normal range. Your chest X-ray should be normal. They take urine samples. Then there is audiometry. For audiometry, the thing is there is a certain amount of like range. There is a range. I don't exactly know the range, but you have to be in that range of the hearing frequency. So you're cleared for that. Then you have eye checkup. In eye checkup, you can't be colorblind. You can't have night blindness. You should be having 6 by 6 vision. Plus, if you're wearing specs, then after wearing specs, you should be having 6 by 6 vision. Like there are a lot of myths that pilots can't wear specs, but it's all wrong.
Oh, thank you so much. I was just going to say that spectacles, is it allowed or it's a no-no? Plus, what about the
No,
height? Height also is a criteria?
no, not at all. Like it's like basically you should be minimum 5'2", because the cockpit, every aircraft has a cockpit layout. So for that, you have to your legs should be reaching the brakes of the aircraft. So
Yes.
it's basically 5'2", and that's like everyone is more than 5'2" at least.
Yes.
We have
Wow.
many short people
Wow.
doing CPLA, so but they can adjust with their cushions, and seats are like can be moved
Right.
ahead and back.
Wow. This session was so informative and the passing criteria for 11, 12 is just 50%. That is what you said, no? So it's
Yeah, it's minimum 50%,
oh,
and also it depends if you're like, it's more like of an depends on the FTO. If it's a well recognized FTO, then there will be more, and there will be n number of sessions. Like you have to go through the proper steps.
oh,
And if it's a normal casual FTO, then they will just take a aa jao hamare paas, I will do
oh,
the
oh,
CPL.
okay. So what was
And obviously it's a
yeah, yeah. Tell.
obviously it's a better plus point to do it from a better FTO, because it's a kind of thing that you can lose your life even in training periods, right? If the aircraft is not well maintained by the maintenance team, if the instructor sitting with you in the cockpit is not well educated or well skilled, it might kill you. That even a small aircraft can take a life. My instructor told me on the first day.
Right.
So you have to be that person just to handle the aircraft in the worst of the scenarios.
I just forgot your percentage. What percentage did you get? And you must be in a very good FTA. What did you say? FTAO.
Flight training organization.
Oh,
I just
FTO, flight
have the
training
habit of
organization. Okay, I
we
get
just
that.
got into the habit of saying
Saying
in all
FTO,
the
yeah.
short
So
forms.
you must have got a good percentage and you must have gotten the very good FTO.
Yes, I got in 12th I got nearly 80%. So
Wow. And you got a very good FTO.
yes,
Very good.
I'm the one in which I'm training is called FSTC.
Oh,
So if someone just wants to go through Google, then they might see FSTC. They
Google it
trains
and
for
then get it. Yeah.
they trains for big aircrafts also, like A320 passenger jets.
Oh, so nice having a session with you and wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good flying and be safe. Take care.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you, ma'am.